Get ready, sports fans. We're diving headfirst into the biggest headlines tearing up the sports world right now. Bayern Munich star defender Dayot Upamecano is heading home early from international duty. But why? Then, Uli Hoeneß is firing shots, not at players, but at VAR. Is the video referee system failing us? Plus, we're debating a massive, what if? Could Florian Wirtz have changed Bayern's entire season? And finally, a loan spell gone wrong. Bryan Zaragoza's return to Munich looks set to be a flop. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Dayot Upamecano, sent home early from international duty. Bayern Munich's season is already facing a crucial stretch, and the last thing they need is more drama from players on international duty. But that's exactly what happened with star defender Dayot Upamecano. He was sent off during France's intense 2-1 victory over Brazil, and now coach Didier Deschamps has made the decision to let the 27-year-old return to Munich ahead of schedule. This comes as France prepares for their next friendly against Colombia. For Bayern, this unexpected break might just be a blessing in disguise, giving Upamecano a chance to rest and recover. With a massive Champions League quarterfinal clash against Real Madrid looming and an ongoing injury crisis at the club, having their key center-back fit and ready is a massive boost for Bayern's ambitions. This player's early return is a game-changer, but what about the game's technology? Next, we're tackling the VAR controversy that has Uli Hoeneß seeing red. VAR under fire. Uli Hoeneß slams video referee system. Uli Hoeneß is back in the spotlight, and this time, his target is the video assistant referee, or VAR. The honorary president of FC Bayern isn't seeing it as a helpful tool, but rather as a major headache for referees. The Bundesliga has been buzzing with VAR debates for weeks, with controversial calls, lengthy delays, and a general lack of clarity causing frustration across the league, including at Bayern. Hoeneß has now publicly declared his stance, arguing that the referees themselves aren't to blame. He believes the introduction of VAR has actually complicated on-field decisions, leading to increased uncertainty and immense pressure on the officials. Hoeneß is particularly critical of how offside calls are being handled, stating that minuscule offside decisions contradict the very purpose of video evidence. He feels that while obvious offsides should be corrected, marginal calls are creating more problems than they solve. This echoes a widespread sentiment among fans and officials alike, a lack of proportionality in close decisions. Furthermore, Hoeneß points out that VAR seems to be amplifying mistakes, making them the focal point of discussions and directly impacting referees' confidence. His conclusion is stark. The issue isn't the referees, but how VAR is currently implemented. Hoeneß is now joining a chorus of voices demanding reform or adjustments to the system. Ensuring this debate will continue to dominate headlines for FC Bayern and the entire Bundesliga. VAR might be causing headaches, but what about a player who could have solved Bayern's problems? Stay tuned as we explore the what-if scenario with Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, the what-if that haunts Bayern Munich. Could Bayern Munich's season have been drastically different if they had signed Florian Wirtz? It's the lingering question that hangs over this entire campaign. When Wirtz opted for Liverpool FC over Bayern last summer, it didn't just impact two clubs, it fundamentally reshaped Bayern's attacking strategy. And Wirtz continues to make that decision look monumental. His recent masterclass for the German national team, delivering 2 goals and 2 assists against Switzerland, was a potent reminder of his game-changing ability. Bayern fans can only dream of witnessing such brilliance in the Allianz Arena. Undoubtedly, Bayern would likely be a stronger side with Wirtz. His vision, spatial intelligence, and consistent output of goals and assists would elevate almost any team. Imagine the dynamic duo he and a healthy Jamal Musiala could have formed, capable of dismantling defenses with their unique skill sets. However, the situation isn't that straightforward. Thomas Müller's departure from Bayern's squad already necessitated a strategic shift in their attack. While Wirtz could have filled that creative void, Bayern adapted by reinforcing differently, most notably with the acquisition of Luis Diaz. This raises a crucial question. Would Diaz have even joined if Bayern had secured Wirtz? Diaz brings a directness, pace, and width that Bayern has sometimes lacked. He stretches defenses, creates one-on-one opportunities, and adds verticality. Wirtz, on the other hand, thrives in central roles and prefers to orchestrate play. In this context, Bayern's current setup with Diaz might actually be more balanced than it would have been with another central playmaker, although Wirtz is proving adaptable on the wing. There's also the issue of player roles. Would Wirtz and Musiala occupy the same spaces, potentially pushing one out of their optimal position? Bayern might have gained individual brilliance but potentially lost tactical clarity. So, is Bayern truly better off without Wirtz? It's a complex debate, with the Bavarians perhaps just being different in a way that is equally effective. What do you think? Would you prefer Wirtz's control and creativity, or the balance and direct threat Bayern has cultivated instead? Let us know in the comments. From potential game changers to players struggling to make an impact, we're turning our attention to Bryan Zaragoza's difficult loan spell next. Bryan Zaragoza's loan spell deemed a flop, set for Bayern return. It appears FC Bayern Munich might be stuck with their loan signing Bryan Zaragoza for the time being, as his current club, AS Roma, is unlikely to make his move permanent. According to reports from Gazzetta dello Sport *, Roma will not be exercising their option to buy the Spanish winger, meaning Zaragoza is set to return to Munich this summer. The 24-year-old's future with the record champions remains uncertain. Last winter, Roma had agreed to a buyback clause with Bayern, which would have become mandatory under specific conditions. Roma qualifying for the Champions League or Europa League, and Zaragoza playing at least half of all available minutes. However, the Spaniard has fallen far short of these criteria, spending the last 3 Serie A matches glued to the bench for the entire 90 minutes. It seems there's a clear lack of chemistry between Zaragoza and the Italian club, leading them to be willing to pay a €500,000 fine to FC Bayern Munich rather than commit to signing the player they only loaned out about 6 weeks ago. This follows a previous loan spell at Celta Vigo that was also cut short. During his time at the Spanish club, Zaragoza managed to score 6 goals in 26 appearances. Bayern had initially loaned the 24-year-old to CA Osasuna in Spain the season before. Before that, the 1.64-meter tall left winger had only accumulated a total of 171 minutes of playing time in Munich. Zaragoza first joined Bayern on loan in January 2024, with a subsequent permanent transfer from FC Granada for a total fee of €17 million. However, partly due to a language barrier and a reportedly strained relationship with then-manager Thomas Tuchel, he struggled to establish himself. His current contract in Munich runs until 2029. That's all the main news for today, but don't go anywhere yet. We've got a rapid-fire recap coming up, and you won't want to miss our full call to action. What a show! We covered Bayern star defender Dayot Upamecano heading home early from international duty, Uli Hoeneß unleashing his fury on VAR, the massive "what if" surrounding Florian Wirtz and Bayern's season, and Bryan Zaragoza's loan spell being called a flop. Don't miss out on any of the action. Smash that like button if you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to the channel for more top-tier sports news, and hit that notification bell so you're always the first to know when we drop new videos. Let us know your thoughts on today's stories in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And for all the latest updates on the go, follow us on all our social media channels. We'll see you in the next one.